Hey everyone, so I'm back with a third party reading. So this is going to be for those of you who are in a connection with somebody and there is a third party. It could be either you that has the third party or it can be your counterpart that has the third party. It does not matter. Take it how it resonates for you. Keep in mind that the reading is general, so it may or may not resonate for you. If some of the things that we talk about in the reading today does not match up with anything in your connection, then this reading today probably isn't for you. But if there are things in the reading that do match up for your situation, then the reading was meant for you. So keep that in mind. I just want everybody to be kind and respectful, and not every reading is going to resonate for every person, because there are so many twins in the twin flame community, and Spirit likes to give everybody a chance. Okay, and that's just basically how it is. Spirit decides on who they feel needs a message, and so whatever it is that I pull, it's what Spirit's giving me. So having said all that, let's go ahead and get started with this reading and see what's going on. So the first thing that I want to do is just pull, I just want to pull an overall energy for three-party situations. An overall energy for three-party situations, Spirit. What is currently overall energy? Overall energy for three-party situations. Okay, so we have sun, all right? It's very, very beautiful. We have the sun, shining very bright. We have sunflowers. So it says, sun, open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. So right now, overall energies for three-party situation is, Spirit is basically saying, to open your heart, and is wanting you to know that growth is ahead for both you and your counterparts. So that basically means that, both people involved, divine masculine and divine feminine, both of you are really growing in your connection. And because you're growing, it's leaving your heart open to receive happiness and love and warmth, and obviously the growth. So I feel like, there's some things that both of you are learning in terms of the situation combined. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot and see what this growth is all about. What is causing this enormous growth? All right, what's going on? What's going on, Spirit? What can you tell me more about this situation? What is it that they are learning, and what is it that they need to have their hearts open to? Excuse me. All right, let's see. Wow. So look, this is beautiful. I mean, this right here, the Empress, this really does, coincide with this Sun card, because it's basically the same thing. The Empress card is about, well, number one, it is talking, when you see the Empress, you do think of divine feminine, okay? But also, the Empress card is about abundance. It's about happiness. And it is also about, growth and rebirth, right? Because, a lot of times the Empress, in a lot of, she may not be in this card, but in a lot of other cards, she is pregnant. And, it's an indication that the connection itself is in a rebirth, okay? So that is what the Empress card is about. It's about abundance and fertility. It's about, just really good, happy things coming along, right? Which is also, what this Sun card is saying, having your heart open and growing. And I really feel like, so number one, I feel like this is for the connection itself, but also I feel like this, you know, especially for divine feminines, I really feel like divine feminines are really on a growth path, and they're really learning a lot of things, and they're wanting to be happy, and they're wanting to be the queen of themselves, and they're loving themselves. And I feel like, you know, here's the thing, you know, when you love yourself, then it's easier for people around you to love you. The love has to come from yourself first. And I feel like that's one of the biggest lessons that divine feminine is learning right now, is to love herself. And with that comes prosperity and abundance and growth and happiness, you know? So, and then when that happens, like I said, your heart is open, okay? Your heart is open, and the people around you, their hearts begin to be open for you as well. Now, we do have the Knight of Pentacles here. I mean, this is the card of, you know, he is the slowest knight in the deck. He's slow, but the thing about him is that when he, you know, he comes in steady. He's very honorable. And when he comes in with something substantial to give, okay? It takes him a little bit of time to get there, but he does get there. And again, he is very honorable, and and when he does finally come in, he's able to give, you know, something that, you know, isn't just, you know, it isn't just love and emotions, but it's actually something in the physical world that he's able to give. Like, you know, it could be actually making that move towards you in the physical world, not just, you know, the 5D world, but the physical world, because it is Pentacles. So it's something that they can actually give to the connection. All right. So, again, he may be a little slow about it, but, you know, when he comes in, he does have something substantial to give. And of course, that's going to be different for everybody. Look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. So we have the Chariot. This is about confidence and success, moving forward confidently and successful. So you see, this divine masculine, he's moving along. He's now, because he has this enormous growth that he has encountered for himself and for the connection, he's now able to, you know, move along. He's basically holding the reins now, okay? He's moving forward confidently, because the Chariot is about confidence and success, moving forward with confidence and success, okay? Where maybe in the past he was lacking that confidence in himself, now all of a sudden he is having some more confidence, and that's what's making him move a little bit faster than he was in the past. But again, you know, we're talking about somebody who now, because they've had this enormous growth, they're now able to move forward and give to the connection where they were not before, okay? So, you know, that's absolutely beautiful. I love that this, you know, that this connection is definitely becoming more successful. And look at this, we have, wow. So, first of all, we do have the Fool, new beginnings. This is, so I honestly, I feel like, now, this divine masculine who's been so slow in the past, he's ready to now take some risks. He's ready to take some risks and move forward, have a brand new beginning. But I don't feel like it's only him. See, I feel like this is both of them. Of course, I do feel like, you know, divine masculine has obviously moved slow in the past, and now he is moving forward, ready to take some risks. But this isn't just about him. This is also about divine feminine. Again, I feel like she's discovered this self-love about her, And because she's discovered this self-love within herself, and also gained some confidence in herself, I'm just seeing that both of them really just found this, they have found this new confidence in themselves. And because they found this new love for themselves, and it's basically oozing through the connection, it's flowing together, okay? And that's why we have this open your heart and this enormous growth. I feel like that's this was the main energy, and I feel like it's really showing through with these cards. It's exactly what's happening. They both have grown, and because they both have grown, it's like beautiful things are now starting to happen. Things are starting to move along successfully, and they're ready to take some risk. And here we go. Right here we have the Three of Swords. So that means what? That means that whether it's you or whether it's them that has the third party, it's knowing that you have to put an end to that third party situation. It's time to put an end to it. And yes, it's probably going to break some hearts, okay? I mean, because when you end a relationship, it's not the most happiest thing in the world, right? Somebody's gonna get hurt. And, obviously being the Three of Swords, this is basically saying that, the third party is, is gonna have to, or is going to feel this hurt, all right? But at the end of the day, this isn't because either one of you, whether it's you or whether it's your counterpart that has a third party, it doesn't mean that they're wanting to hurt the third party. It just means that they've evolved, they've grown, and because they've evolved and they've grown, their heart is now open and they're ready for this success. They're ready to take the risk and start this new beginning for themselves. And and unfortunately, because life is about balance, you're gonna have the good and you're gonna have the bad, okay? Because that's how life is. It's about balance. And and here you go. I mean, we have the Chariot, we have the white, and we have the black. That's, I feel like, again, that's part of what this is that it's a balance. And, if you want to be happy, you want to be successful, and you want to take these risks, and you want to come in with something, honorable and substantial to give and be abundant and happy and rebirth, this connection. Unfortunately, yeah, you're gonna have to break some hearts, and it's not something that they want to do, but if they want to be happy together, it's something that has to be done, right? So I feel like that is just the balance of life. So let's see, what else can you tell us, Spirit? What else can you tell us? What else can you tell us here, Spirit? Okay, well, I think Spirit basically wanted just to say this. So let's see. Let's pull a few cards here for just kind of take a look at just a few more energies to see if we can add a little bit more to this. What else can you add to this, Spirit? What else do you want to add to this situation? What more do you want to tell us when it comes to this situation? What else do you want to add to this, Spirit? What else do you want to add to this? Ah. Oh, well, that's too many cards. Let's see. All right, so let's take a look and see what energies are popping out here. So we have Spirit of Gaia, all right, and it says Mother Earth, family, and creation. Holy moly! I mean, that's exactly, wow. We have the Sun card, we have the Empress, and now we have, the Spirit of Gaia, which is basically like the Empress. Wow, that's absolutely just, that's beautiful. Because again, you have the Empress who, she's in nature, and like I said, she's, somebody who's about rebirth, abundance, and happiness. And then we have, Mother Earth here, family, creation. So wow, I'm going to throw this out there, okay? This isn't going to resonate for all of you, but I am picking up a very, very strong energy of somebody being pregnant, okay? It's coming through. I mean, with the Sun, opening your heart to enormous growth ahead. Growth ahead. I did talk about, in some cards, the Empress being pregnant, right? Now we have Mother Earth, family, creation coming through. Somebody is pregnant, okay? Again, that's not for everyone, but somebody out there is pregnant, and I think that this pregnancy is what's now finally having both of you ready to take some risks, okay? And what did I say about something substantial coming in the 3D world? I feel like somebody's pregnant, okay? I feel like somebody is pregnant. And when you think about pregnancy obviously takes some time, right? But when it comes in, it's a beautiful thing, right? Birth is a very, very beautiful thing. So I feel like this, I don't know, I feel like somebody's pregnant, and I feel like it's a game changer. It's a game changer for this connection, all right? And for those of you where it's not that, because obviously that's not going to be for everyone, but that is a very strong, strong energy here. I mean, I'm just seeing it, with the Empress and with the Spirit of Gaia. Obviously, she's Mother Earth, family, creation, family, create family. I'm telling you, somebody's pregnant. And because of that, it is going to change the dynamic of this relationship, okay? So let's see some of these other energies, so that for those of you where it's not that, for some of you it is definitely that. It is definitely that. All right. So but for those of you where it is not that, we have Spirit of the Lighthouse. We have return, belonging, and guiding light. Okay. So I mean, this is somebody who is finally returning to where they belong. They are following their light. I mean, look how the light, the sun is shining really bright here. This is somebody who's finally, where they've been slow, they're finally ready to move ahead, okay? They're finally ready to return to the light, return to the abundance and the happiness and, the rebirth of, the connection, okay? So still, this is, returning. This is moving. This is coming towards, right? So then we have Spirit of Snowflake. Special, irreplaceable, one of a kind, all right? So I feel like, this Spirit of the Snowflake, this is both of them understanding that this is a special connection. It is irreplaceable. And both of them understand that their counterpart is one of a kind. And because this is a one of a kind love, and it's special and it's irreplaceable, that's what's helping them return. That's what's helping them return back to where they belong. And where it is that they belong is with, the person that they love, and moving away from the third party, okay? So, for some of you, this is about somebody being pregnant, and it is changing the dynamic of this connection. It is a risk, but it's also a new beginning, okay? It's also a new beginning. We have rebirth. we have, creation, and we have moving steadily along, now being confident and successful, okay? And for others of you, this is really just about being confident and successful and being able to now take these risks, because you know that this is a special love and you belong to this person, and they're somebody is wanting to return to where they feel like they belong, okay? So I want you to pay attention to the lighthouse and the snowflake, okay? Or, of course, we have the spirit of Gaia, which is about nature, okay? And we see a lot of nature here. With the sun and the sunflowers, we have the Empress who's out in nature. Nature right now is a very big thing. So I want you to pay attention to these signs. If the lighthouse or snowflakes or anything with nature right now is very, very strong in your life right now, then take those as signs, okay? Again, nature, a lighthouse, and a snowflake. Pay attention to those signs. If any of those signs are really strong in your life right now, then this reading was for you, okay? So I just want to throw that out there, because it's very important to kind of to know the signs, and if it's not something that you already know, if it's not something that you already know now, then just pay attention to the days coming ahead. And if all of a sudden you watch a movie and there's this lighthouse, you could be like, oh my gosh, that's a sign. Or same thing with the snowflake. If there's something, you're watching a movie, or there's a commercial on TV, or you just happen to walk by an old Christmas thing left around your house that you hadn't noticed, still been there all these months. I mean, those are signs. So just pay attention to those, because if you see these signs and you know that, oh my gosh, this is synchronicity, this is serendipity, and that means that, this is, then that means that this reading is for you, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and close this out. Let's see. Let me go ahead and pull one last oracle card here to close this out. I think this was an absolutely beautiful reading, and I think some of you need to go take some pregnancy tests. If you feel you're pregnant, definitely go take a pregnancy test. But obviously that isn't going to be for all of you. But this was a very beautiful reading, and we want to go ahead and close this out. I do feel like, there's been enormous growth, with both divine masculine, divine feminine. There has, definitely been a lot of understanding of what they are willing to risk and what they're willing to be successful in terms of this relationships, and what it is that they need to cut out, third party. But, this is also, cutting out hurt. Okay, this is cutting out hurtfulness and negativity in their connection. But obviously having a third party, in this situation doesn't help. So, you cut out the problem, then you cut out all the other stuff. You cut out the problem, and you start to cut out the symptoms, right? The hurt and the pain, you cut out that. So, and I feel like that's what's definitely been the biggest, growth in understanding that. All right. So again, final card here, Spirit, final card, advice. We'll just pull some final advice here. Wow. Okay. So that came out. Wow, this is beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so we have the number 32 card. So 32 is any, speciality in your life, birthday, anniversary, you just happen to see it, or whatever. 32. So we have card number 32, and it is trust, okay? It's trust. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what the book says here. Again, we are reading for advice. Okay, so it says, trust yourself. Develop self-trust and joy will follow. You can rely on your own capabilities. Begin to plan carefully for your future. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. And not only that, but that's basically what I said from the very beginning. Like this says, okay, develop self-trust and joy will follow. And what did I say from the beginning of this relationship? I'm sorry, the beginning of this reading. Oh my God, my words are just flowing through. I said at the beginning of this reading that you have to love yourself. And if you love yourself, then everybody around you is also going to love you. You let that energy out and people will start to follow in, I mean, and that's just how it goes. And that's what this card is saying. If you start having self-trust, then joy will follow. And again, that's what I said from the very, very beginning. All right. So you have to start trusting in yourself, start trusting in your counterpart, start trusting in your connection, start growing, start believing, start having faith, and let go of the negativity, let go of the third parties. Some of you, because I've been doing a lot of personal readings lately. And in these personal readings, I gotta tell you, it's been more the divine feminine who is in the third party situation rather than the divine masculine. And I mean, yes, a lot of times it is divine masculine, but it's not always, okay? Because again, in a lot of my personal readings, it's been the divine feminine who is in the third party. So what I want to tell you, divine feminines, is this. You are going to have to find that self-love and that self-trust within yourself, and you have to make the decision. You have to make the decision to get rid of the third party, because when you get rid of the problem, you get rid of the symptoms, okay? You want to be happy. Take the risks, okay? If you believe that this is, if you believe that this is for you, that this other person is for you, then follow your heart. Okay, follow your heart. I know that nobody ever goes into any relationship thinking that you're gonna fall in love with somebody else or end up in a relationship with somebody else, or you don't go into a relationship or a marriage and then you end up finding your soulmate afterwards. Nobody goes into life thinking that way. It happens, okay? And it's nobody's fault. Nobody should be judged for that. But at the end of the day, you do have to do what's right. You have to make some decisions, and you have to take some risks, and you have to believe in yourself and believe in the connection that it is that you feel is the right one. Open your heart and grow, okay? Grow and learn. Learn these lessons that are going to help you in the long run. And unfortunately, somebody does have to get hurt. But again, that's the balance of life. If you want to be happy, you have to make that decision. It's not always pretty, and it's not always easy to do, but it is something that has to be done. So, just be confident. All right, be confident, and you will find success. All right. So if anybody is interested in a personal reading, again, taking donations, the information is always in the description box. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, do press the subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again on the next one.